Okay, so happy Saturday. What is it, the 12th? Whoever wants to keep track, you're welcome to it. So, getting ready for my day. Hope you're having a good morning. I have a light day today, so I am going to rest. I'm going to watch Hallmark Channel most of my day. Well, if not Hallmark Channel, something like it. But I'm getting ready to go to an in-person meeting, which, you know, I haven't gotten out of the house much in the last 2 years. And I'm going to tell you why. I feel a little embarrassed about this. I don't usually need to leave the house. And if it weren't for friends that want to go do something together, I mean, I get cabin fever maybe once a month. And just a quick shopping therapy trip or a long day with shopping therapy usually does it for me. But I've been very stressed. It's been building up. Have to admit, and that's part of being human. Nothing to be embarrassed about. How can I tell? I've been fighting sleep, and I don't usually do that. When I'm feeling really healthy, it's like, oh, time to go to bed. I'm tired. Or it's that time, because I know that sleep, you can take all the vitamins and exercise all you want, but if you're not getting sleep, trust me, your organism can't work to its optimum level. So, I mean, it's up to you, but if you want to experiment with it, it is absolutely amazing to get really good sleep. Plus, rarely do I get a cold sore, especially one that even shows. Sometimes I get them, but they're just tiny. But when I get stressed enough, you can actually see it. So, I've been doctoring it up with tea tree oil. And that's been helpful. They don't usually last very long on me. A few days, as long as I don't accidentally scratch it. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is how rarely when I see couples or even individuals who come in because of a misunderstanding, the misunderstanding is rarely what it looks like. People will say, oh, we got in a fight about this and this. I'm not using my lipstick wand because of my cold sore. And this is one of the most inexpensive, likable lip glosses. It blends with my lips. Just adds a tiny bit of shine. Great for a natural look on a weekend. What is it? LA lip gloss. And it is in this can't be right. This can't be the name of my lipstick. Oh, Tickled Pink. I thought I said Taupe Pink. I thought, well, somebody's smoking a doobie. I don't know. Anyway, back to arguments, right? So what happens is in our brain, when we get stressed, well, that's way too much color. I'm going to use some of my powder to calm that down a little bit. That can't be right. Let me turn some of these lights off. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Oh, okay. So what we do is we throw something out there that's easy to prove, that we can stand by, because it can be factual. And if we put it out there with some anger, it's like that's what takes center stage. That's what blows up. Someone might actually have something completely different going on. But what will they do? They throw out a snake in the middle of the room, right? And that's what everybody's going to look at. Or a bomb, a hand grenade, whatever. They throw out something that is undeniably an issue. Sometimes, I mean, if the subject's up, it's like, okay, that's an issue. The problem is, it's not the issue at that time. It's not what's really going on under the surface. You know what I mean? So someone might be mad because you left the toothpaste lid off, but what they're really mad about, and they don't have a way to say it, is, and they're probably not mad at you, they're more mad at themselves, because they're actually hurt because you either did or didn't do or say something that they're embarrassed to admit. So when I see a lot of chaos and a lot of loud and a lot of stuff that's like, well, that's obvious. Why would anybody argue that? I mean, I guess I don't understand. I get confused. Let that be your first sign. If you're feeling confusion, it's usually a sign that something's not being completely honest, because the truth isn't complicated. Like, we all know certain things, just because we're part of humanity, they're just wrong. I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure that out, right? So think about it. If something's going on in your world and you're confused, stop and think about it. What's really below? A lot of people don't have the guts to look at that because it's too easy. Oh, it's so easy to get these fired up emotions over, well, you called me this or that, or I can't believe you left the toilet seat up, blah, blah. It's like, you disrespect me because you leave the toilet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, here's the deal. There's usually something. If someone's really cool to you, good to you, and the only thing they're doing is leaving the toilet seat up, you need to figure out, what are you really mad about? You know what I mean? Or why are they really leaving the toilet seat up? It doesn't take a brilliant research scientist to figure out, okay, let's just be nice to each other and put the lid up or down. Whoever's more important to you, right? It might not be as important as something else. You might say, okay, I'll put the toilet seat up if you do this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're getting all bent out of shape over something, so why is this important to me today? Well, I will tell you. I am noticing, because I've been watching the news more, I've been noticing that all the news channels, and I used to only watch, years ago, BBC, and then I started watching CNN because, well, when I was in Spain, that was the only, BBC was the only news. When I got back to America, CNN was the only one that was real similar to it, so I liked that style. And then it started getting so bitter. I mean, they weren't really covering real news, and I thought, it's just so bitter. So I went to Fox Fox Channel, just different news programs. I was watching that, and I thought, oh, well, these people are being a little more sane. And now I recognize, why aren't they talking about this or this? Why are they talking about this, and this? And why all this, what's the word? Bombasticity? Bombasticity. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Oh my God, it's exhausting. So right now I feel like for the first time in my life, the only reason I watch the news in Spain is because at that time there was a lot of pressure in Madrid, which I wasn't real close to, but depending on what happened, you might have felt it in Sevilla. And there was very little TV in the channel's opportunity. So I would watch the news or some show they had on. There wasn't a lot offered to English that I could find or care about. It was just a little bit. And I spent a lot of time alone, so I would do that. So anyway, I'm getting exhausted on the news. Good God. God, thank you. So if you know of any news channels that aren't so... I mean, remember the old-fashioned journalists? The old-fashioned news, Walter Cronkite? They didn't put their spins on stuff. They just told the news, updated you on what was going on. And sometimes, I mean... Yeah, there's... Now they won't even let reporters go to certain places at certain times. I'm not judging. I'm not trying to get into politics. I'm just saying things are so much different now than they were when I was a kid. So what am I going to do about it? How am I going to get my blood pressure back down? My blood pressure was pretty high the other day. Not going to lie. It is about once a month. But I try to take care of it, right? We all have our things to look out for. So, I'm going to go get out of the house, away from the TV, away from my paperwork. Ugh. I'm so tired of paperwork. Got my taxes figured out yesterday, for the most part. He'll let me know what I'm missing. I have crazy eyelashes that grow in seems like a couple different rows. And sometimes I have to tweeze the craziest ones. Okay. So if you're feeling the stress of the news and politics, if you're feeling like you're confused about what they're saying or not saying, understand this. Please understand this. Your human intuition is probably right. If you have a lot of PTSD and you question yourself, just take a break from it a little bit. Take a little break from it. And know that it's okay to have a timeout, right? Take care of yourself. Take a breather. When you have PTSD, it's easy to get triggered. If you haven't done a lot of work on yourself. I've done a lot of work. Trust me, I've had some of the best therapists that I've ever met. That's how lucky I am. That's how lucky I am. But once in a while I still get triggered when it's something that's really near and dear and close to me. And one of my triggers is honesty. I just get worn out on secrets, dishonesty, manipulation. And to me, that's what the news has been representing. Am I an angel and a saint? No. I think sometimes, you know, I'm pretty proud of the work I've done in that area. And sometimes I think I have a couple little things that I keep to myself. Like my shopping therapy. I don't brag about that. That's just an example. But there's nothing that's more important than your mental health. Trust me, it's true. So if you're listening to this while you're putting on makeup or taking a shower or just wasting some time, that's fine. And dandy. I love that. That's what I want this channel to be about. It's just maybe batting around some ideas, some helpful hints. Every once in a while, I might put out something a little more intellectual. You'd think I would, wouldn't you? But really, I just want us to not feel so alone, isolated, and have a place where we can just kind of vent a little bit. I will be reading any comments that are left, as long as I'm capable. It's something that will be a priority. I know that there are some people who've gotten so popular, there's no way they can answer all their comments, but I'll do it until I can't do it anymore. So feel free. Also, tell me what you do to help reduce your stress. Tell me some of the fun little secrets you have that, you know, you don't really advertise, but you're not ashamed of, and that that help soothe the savage soul. Tell me a news channel you listen to that you think actually is pretty honest and doesn't get so fireworksy about it, about their opinions. Where do you go for shopping therapy? That's what I want to know. All right. So I'm out of here. I'm going to go dry my hair before I go out into the cold. It's pretty cold and windy out today. So I'm going to make sure I don't get a common cold. You know it's out there. So behave. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.